So one of the biggest challenges we face as truck drivers is being able to maintain our weight and live a healthy lifestyle. More on that coming up. Hey, good afternoon. We are still in Colorado. We still don't have a load.
Still waiting.
Still waiting. What we thought we would do this video is a little bit different than some of the other ones we've done because we're going to talk about something that's sort of near and dear to our hearts. It's a problem we've sort of suffered about since we've been out here, and that is being able to stay in shape and eat healthy and take control of our weight.
We had issues with that before we came out here.
Yes.
We're able to control it a little bit, but once we got out here, it got all out of control again.
Right. I think when we first started driving 8 years ago, I weighed around 260 pounds. I got up to 296 that I know of. That's the heaviest I ever was when I was on the scale. I'm only 5'10", so that's way up there. And so it's a struggle. You drive the truck, you sit in the seat, and you really don't get out and get that much exercise, especially through the week. And so the pounds just go on. So over the course of 8 years, well, 7.5 years, I had gained 40-some pounds, close to 40 pounds. And I know you had the same.
I've gone back and forth. The first year we were out here, I gained a lot. I had lost quite a bit of weight before we decided to do this. And then when we got out here, our first truck was one of the red Kenworths in a studio-sized sleeper. We basically had a little tiny refrigerator that was, this big maybe, and a microwave that we brought. But we ate out
a lot
all the time when we were, and of course our food choices were not at all good and healthy.
No, we like to eat.
We love to try new restaurants. We love to do those kind of things.
It's my hobby.
It's what we love to do.
So what we did last year, we sort of tried to get ourselves together a little bit. We had a major problem with our truck. We had to replace an engine in this truck back in December, and we were home. And so we actually came back out on the road on December 23rd, or January 23rd, 2019. And that's the day I stepped on the scale, and I was at 296. And since then, I got on the scale this morning, and I was at 255. So I've lost 41 pounds, yay! And since basically the first of the year. So, but we've just been trying to watch a little bit better what we eat. We're sort of doing a keto diet, sort of, because
more low carb than
more
keto,
low carb, and trying to stay away from processed foods. Judy has really, you've lost what over the course of since your heaviest when you were out here?
Since my heaviest out here,
yeah,
and that was a while ago, I have lost close to 80 pounds. I think.
Close to 80 pounds, yeah.
Just in this past little bout,
she's better at it than
25 or 30 pounds.
She likes to exercise. I, on the other hand,
we're going to fix that.
don't. Yeah, she has got an idea that we're going to talk about a little bit later in future videos, possibly. But she wants to do a 30-day challenge. I don't know what that's going to entail for me. This sounds painful, but
it sounds painful, but it's not going to be, because I did not start out being highly exercised. I just started out very little, very low key, and it wasn't very much at a time.
You did yoga?
Yes, I did yoga for a while, and I did walking, but I couldn't walk very far, and I couldn't do half the yoga poses, that they wanted me to do, or the way they wanted me to do it. But the key was to just get out and try it, and you're exercising because you're trying.
Right.
And so, moving, that's all you have to do.
I guess that's one thing we're going to talk about over, as we do these vlogs, is our eating habits and what we're trying to do to eat a little bit better, and what we're doing exercise-wise.
And because that's part of our life out here on the road.
Right.
And it's part of everybody's life out on the road, and actually, in whatever job you're in, anywhere.
As we get older, it's not as easy to get out and exercise like it once was. I mean,
yeah, now we're in the over 50 category.
Yes. Judy and I were both we were in athletics in high school, and I've pretty much steadily went downhill since.
I blame all of my joint problems and all of my shoulders and everything on my athletics.
Right.
Actually, I blame it more on stopping my athletics, where I went cold turkey and stopped doing anything.
Right. Yeah, she played volleyball and basketball in high school. She was quite good, although she won't tell you that. But so anyway, I guess that's what we're going to try to move forward with. Is we're no experts by any means. We fail all the time, but it's a
daily
struggle.
basis.
Yeah, it's a struggle to keep up. But Judy's, she's done a wonderful job. It's just amazes me. She doesn't even look like the same person. I have literally sat in some of the rest areas that we go into around the country and looked up and looked right at her and not recognized that it was her. It took a second to realize that, hey, wait a second, that's my wife. She's transformed a lot. She has goals that you're close to your ideal weight.
I'm close, but my goal, and because I've gone up and down. I've done every diet out there. I've lost weight. I can lose weight on anything. I have no problem losing weight.
It's keeping it off.
It's staying to the fact and knowing that I can't. It can't change. I can't go back to eating whatever I want, how much I want. I don't care how my metabolism changes. As soon as you start going back to your old eating habits and old sitting and not doing anything habits, it just comes right back on twice, if not 10 times faster than what it came off.
Right. And I've done the same thing over the years. I've lost weight and gained weight, but I've never been up to never as high as I was this last year. And I just, I had a specific problem that I'm not going to go into. That and Judy knows what it is. That really just was a wake-up call for me. It wasn't a health issue or anything. We were actually quite in decent shape. We don't take prescription medications. Neither one of us have high blood pressure. We don't want to take prescription.
That's the whole point. We don't want to have to do any of that.
We have aches and pains that we didn't, but we're very fortunate and very thankful that we don't have those at our age. But I sort of had a wake-up call, and it got me saying, hey, I need to lose weight. We've got a grandson at home, and we've got kids, and nieces and nephews, and great nieces and great nephews, and family that we want to be around for. And trucking is not an easy job to stay healthy on. You have to work at it a lot, because I'm sitting in that seat 11, 12 hours a day, and we just don't get out and exercise like we really should.
And we have had driver friends who've had heart attacks out on the road.
Yeah.
And we've had
to come off the
people
road.
that we know of who've actually lost their co-driver to death because of a heart attack or something possibly health related. And this career, and there are many other careers out there that are not good health wise, and with the world as we live right now, we all have to really work at our health.
Right.
And it's just...
So I guess that's what we're going to be documenting as we go forward.
And here come the Wednesday loads.
We get notifications when we get a load up on our phone. So that's what we're going to be trying to work with a little bit as we go forward. Wow.
That was Wednesdays at 3. It was next Wednesday at 3, all the loads come out.
So anyway, that's what we are going to try to work on a little bit and show you. And when she does her 30-day health challenge,
which is going to be coming up here pretty soon. I'm going to start that here as soon as we figure out what we're doing.
I have a goal to get down to 175. Now, I don't know if I'll make that goal. I don't know if it's a realistic goal, but that's where I want to be. When I graduated high school, I weighed 192 pounds. So it's been a long time since I've been even close to that. So hopefully within the next 8 months, I can get down there. It's quite a bit to go. We're talking 80 pounds. But
I am currently down to, I think, about what I was in college.
Yeah.
Which I've always been considered. Always felt, probably since I was in elementary school, I'm a big girl. I was always tall. Everybody always said, well, you can't do this because you're too big. And so that whole that whole thing has followed me all my life, and and I used to look at pictures and think, wow, if I was only that thin, that would be so nice. But
and now she looks at pictures and says, oh my gosh, I was skinny. So anyway, that's what we're going to try to do over the next forever.
All right, and just to share, this time for me is a little bit different because I've decided that I can't do this on my own. And we need a community of people. That's kind of what the whole challenge thing's about too. And I figured I've tried to do it so many years and so much time just on my own, but I don't have that strength just in me only. I have figured out after all these years that I just can't do the up and down dieting, the losing weight, the gaining weight, the feeling like I'm not successful, in that avenue. I figured out. It took me a while, but I figured it out. I can't do it alone.
Right.
And oddly enough, this shirt was kind of one of those signs, and this shirt says, "Fed up, give God control. He delivers." So it got me thinking, physically, mentally, things would get better as I lost weight. But there was a part of me that just wasn't allowing God to be a part of it. And I let God be a part of everything else in my life. I mean, when we lost when our engine went bad financially, when things go bad, I asked for his help. My weight loss, weight gain, exercise problems, all my life, I think I've left him out of it because it's just like, well, it's not that important. So, that's my problem. And just letting God not be a part of it. And another part of it was that we went to church down in Tennessee with some friends of ours, and was looking at some small groups that they have, and one of them was on a book that said Made to Crave. Go figure. Made to Crave. And
we've determined we're addicted to food.
we do crave food a lot, and we're doing a book study at the time, and I thought, I really want to read that book. And as I was going through that book, I was just like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I have left God out of the picture so many times that I think it's about time I start including him. And it's a really neat book to go through, and she just talks about everything that I've been through for, since I don't even know when.
Right.
And so I started doing that, and I actually bought the study guide to go along with it so I can take notes and things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then another book that's actually a church that from home is doing, it's called Anxious for Nothing. And I know that a lot of what we deal with out here on the road is anxious and anxiety, worries, fears, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And
we are both nervous eaters. If we get upset about everything, we eat. That's my first thing. I mean, that's what happened when the motor blew up in the truck. I ate everything that I could for about a month.
Or we don't have a load for a few days, so let's just sit here and feed our faces.
Right.
And not get out and walk and not do anything else like that. And we are nervous eaters. We found out when we were home before we got out in the truck, I don't think we ever considered ourselves emotional eaters.
Right.
We
we
would say we were bored, or I just like the taste of food, so I got to eat, that kind of stuff. But the Anxious for Nothing is a really neat book too that we've gone through, or I've gone through, and I'm actually on an online study group with that too, which is kind of cool.
I think the point is we just need somebody else and some help, whether it's from above or from other folks. So anyway. That's sort of what we're doing. We're sharing our weight loss journey, I guess we'll call it that, and go from there and keep you all in the loop, and maybe have some tips and tricks and some updates, hopefully, as we discover them, along with you guys, and we'll share. So,
and we will do more on that 30-day
it's 30
move challenge.
31, Judith.
Well, yeah, because we're out of 30. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, but I'll have more about that in another video, and maybe with some different simple exercises that we can get started with and get us moving.
Yeah. So that's the story. So anyway, I'll have some links down in the description for the books that Judy's reading and she's talked about. Please like, subscribe, and comment on our videos if you found this information helpful, which we hope you did. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Next time.
See ya.